I'm really just gonna have to start over. Alrighty, hello everybody, welcome to another video by Fintertainment Studios. I'm back this time, but this time I'm doing a voiceover. I wanted to give this a try. I thought it'd be good. You know, it's easier than trying to talk during a video while music's playing and trying to level out the audio correctly. So let's just go ahead and jump right into the video. As you can see, I've already had the blue lines laid out for the body shape of the character. The character I'm drawing today in this video is Major Motoko Kusanagi from the anime and anime movie Ghost in the Shell. As well, it is as well a manga as well. Why did I say as well as Game Terms? I don't know. But yeah. So I wanted to play around with her design a little bit. Due to the nature of the series of Ghost in the Shell, you can really, it's got a really flexible design, because what they tend to do is the series just kind of gets passed around from director to director and writer to writer, and they just do whatever they really want with it. Alrighty, that was just lovely. I got interrupted by a call from my dad, but you know, it's all good. Good thing was I could pause the recording and then keep going. So anyway, like I was saying, due to the nature of the series, you can get kind of flexible with the way you design her character. The series itself is not one continuous continuity. For example, you have Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex, which is its own TV series, and TV anime series, my apologies, and it is not in any way connected to the movies. Actually, it's almost a separate continuity altogether, but there is a way that you can watch it in which the events do kind of correlate with one another. So I kind of wanted to experiment with this, and the reason I felt like drawing Motoko Kusanagi is because Netflix announced that they were coming out with a new Ghost in the Shell series coming out sometime soon, and I just felt like this was the appropriate thing to draw at the time. Now, as you can see in the video, I've laid out her little costume, and later on I will be making changes, but you don't see those until later. And right now, I'm sketching out the buildings in the background. The cool thing about the Ghost in the Shell world is because of the way it's set in the future, the buildings and the layout of everything is of a particular type. Everything's so dense and packed together, especially because it's Japan. You know, the way they design everything is just different from what you would see in the cities here in the US. And it's quite beautiful, actually, especially during the nighttime, which is what this drawing was supposed to be. It's supposed to be a nighttime drawing with the green lit background, similar to how the first movie had the green tinge over everything. Because I guess I could go for the orange tinge as well, but I prefer the green tinge. It's almost like it's almost like the Matrix, which the Matrix actually got inspired from Ghost in the Shell. Now here I slowed down the video from the time lapse. It's still sped up a bit because drawing all those buildings would have taken a lot longer. This clip here, I film everything I do in separate clips because I cannot pause and stop and edit it the way I need to, which is unfortunate. But anyways, I kept it sped up here because it takes a while to fill in the buildings, but I just wanted to show how I actually go through rather than having it lapse through. And with it lapsing through, you guys not get a good idea of what it is that I'm doing, and you guys just see like lines pop in on the background. I do speed up a little bit. This clip itself, like I said, it was filmed separately, was actually 10 minutes on its own. And you know, the standard for YouTube videos is that it has to reach at least 10 minutes to get any sort of recognition or have the algorithm catch on to it and try to push it out there. You know, and so I was trying to work this into the video, so I sped it up a little bit, cut it down to about 6 minutes 26 seconds, so that it wouldn't take up too much of the video itself. this whole video ended up being around 12 or 13 minutes long. So I've been working on this for a while. Funny thing is, I've actually been working on this one drawing for several days. That's the magic of editing, ladies and gentlemen. Bare bones editing, if I do say so, because I am not an editor. But I do what I can with my phone. As you can see, I'm trying to experiment with the building shapes. I didn't just all want to give them all flat tops, because that's not how cities work in the real world. Most of them do. Most of the city buildings have like flat tops, but a lot of them, like a good majority of them, have billboards and ventilation systems on the top and all that. And I'm going to include that all later. As you can see, I'm trying to make some buildings look farther away by making them smaller, or just making them look shorter just by making them shorter. I was trying to go for something with that slanted building, but the perspective of it all just ended up not looking right. And I ended up like cleaning it right there because it was not good. So yeah. I mean, this is my first time doing a voiceover, so I'm not really sure what to say. I'm just gonna try to narrate what it is that I do. So getting back into everything, I was originally gonna try to draw like a blimp in there, but I felt like that didn't make any sense. Why would a blimp be used in the future? Although I swear, no, I'm thinking about Ghost in the Shell 2 Innocence, where they had a parade. That wasn't a blimp. That was a parade, and parade floats. Beautiful scene, by the way, in part 2, where Bato and I can't remember his name at the moment, but Bato and his new partner, end up going to look for a suspect. They end up in the city, and there's this huge parade going on. A lot of people would dismiss it just because of the fact that it's 3D CG, and usually 3D CG isn't really implemented all that well within 2D anime. And, you know, for what it was, I liked it. I'm not a fan of 3D CG in anime, but if it's done in a way, like specifically for a specific reason, then yeah, I can get around it. Alright, so we're back into the time lapse, and I'm putting more lines on those buildings, and now we're supposed to be watching me do the cuffs on her wrist. This camera angle is not the best, but I was trying to do what I can. I was trying to get as many camera angles as possible. Back to the buildings. Also, I noticed that the pixels on here are very obvious to see. I mean, that's what you get for filming everything on a cell phone. You can't get those super high def angles and everything. As you can see, I added some things to her costume off screen, like such as the breast window. For Motoko Kusanagi, I kind of feel like it fits. I mean, within the anime and the animated movies and stuff, she wears these outfits and costume bodysuits that are kind of provocative and sort of. In Standalone Complex, she's straight up just wearing a leotard, and then she puts some combat boots and a jacket on. And then in the movie, she wears this skin-tight stealth suit thing. I'm sure it works off fiber optic or something. Here I'm complaining about the lines and how I messed them up, and I go in and try to fix those. Alright, so this is just how it goes every single time. You know, I get to a point where I like it, and then I screw it up, and I start over, and I get to another good point, and then I screw it up all over again. It's just so irritating. Like, I don't... But I didn't want to just, like, scrap the whole thing. The important thing was I didn't want to scrap the whole thing, throw it out, and then not have a video for another, like, 3 weeks or whatever. And then, you know, you guys just be wondering where I've been at with my videos or anything. Instead, I decided to upload a fail video, or at least a fail in my opinion, because right now I just don't know. I don't have the will to fix it at the moment, and it's just really frustrating. This happens every single time. Like, I know from some people's perspective it does look fairly good, but from my perspective there's just so much wrong with it that could have just been avoided. And you know what, I guess you learn from it, you know. I'm not an expert, so I guess I could get a pass on certain things, but you know, I just expect so much more out of myself when it comes to this, and whenever I don't hit it, it's just kind of discouraging a little bit. But you know, this was just supposed to be a video. Maybe I'll come back, finish the line work in my off time, and then throw some color on it. But that's it for today. I'll be back with another video on a different art piece later. If you like the video, don't forget to hit the like button. You know, if you liked it. If you dislike it, go ahead and hit that dislike button. I'm not gonna hold you to only being able to do one thing. Don't forget to share with friends and family. Friends, family, cousins, whoever you can, wherever you can. Do not share any of my videos to my Facebook, because that got hacked, and that sucked, and it was happening as I was about to record a video. So that's another thing that delayed of this coming out. So it's whatever I put in my description, don't do it. In fact, I'm just not even gonna link it on Facebook. I don't think. I'll think about it over time. If I do, I'll post the videos. Share around friends, family. I already said that. Hit the subscribe button if you would like to see more from me. And yeah, that's about it today. This is Entertainment Studios signing off. You all have a wonderful, beautiful day. Oh my gosh, you have no idea how long it took me to try to fix her face. Like, it was just awful. Like, well, look at that. I couldn't get it right. So annoying.